Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is a new chapter in my book. And the book is called 71 Powerful Writing Habits You Can Learn from Publishing 91 Books. This is chapter 4, and this is called Know Your Audience, which I'm highlighting now. It's important as you write non-fiction that you know your subject matter and you know your subject matter well. Part of becoming successful as a non-fiction writer is for you to have a good understanding of the audience that you're writing to. I write some pretty far out Christian books. I would imagine that only 20% of born-again Christians, church-going Christians, would be able to handle some of the extreme content that I share in my books. I have been used to interview people that have died and gone to heaven, and in regular terms, that would make me be somewhat of a medium. The certain people in the church frown on people speaking to the dead, and it's only people with really open minds that will accept those type of books being written by me. So I know that audience and I play to that audience. So I am aware that not every Christian is going to enjoy my books, and not every Christian is going to understand what I'm talking about. I'm prepared to lose 80% of the Christian market on a good percentage of the books I write because I enjoy writing those books and I don't mind losing that audience. If you want a maximum audience to read your books like this book, it's important that you don't say things or do things with what you write that will put off your audience. If you want a conservative audience to read your books, it's best not to be espousing liberal ideas and liberal views in your books. So you need to look at the type of person that will be reading your books, and you need to do research on what makes that person happy, what encourages that person, what motivates that person, and why would they want to continue to read your books. Then you want to take your time and make sure that you feed that audience. Over the course of many books that I've written, I've received feedback from people who write to me, people who are friends on Facebook, and people I've talked to on Facebook phone, who have informed me that they're continually growing in their faith, they're continually growing in their knowledge of God through reading my books. And it's because I concentrate on one specific Pentecostal hungry Christian, a Christian that is very hungry or very interested in growing in their faith, because I project my books at that sort of person. I continue to write books that feed them. I continue to write books that keep their interest, and I develop a loyal following. I've got books that 100% of Christians would agree with, but my specific audience, the audience that I write to the most, are Pentecostals and charismatic born again Christians. I know as an atheist or a person who doesn't believe in the Christian faith, I'm talking about Christian things, but I'm talking about my audience and how I cater to my audience. And it's important that I'm specific in what I'm talking about. You have got an audience for your knowledge. There's a certain person, there's certain people that'll enjoy what you have to say. You have to work out in your mind's eye what sort of person that is and who you're going to cater to. Don't try and please everyone. Don't try and write books that won't offend, or write books that have got broad subjects, or subjects that aren't very clear and specific, because you'll lose everyone. You need to be specific and clear, and you need to be a motivator of people and someone who teaches people real information. And so you need to identify your specific audience and write only to them. I encourage you in your journey, and this is a very vital point, that you understand the audience that you're writing to.